Okay, people, I'm just going to waffle, alright? So if you don't like waffle, if you don't like clarity and clear thoughts and all sorts of normal talking, then switch off now. Press stop and go and watch some shit on YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to talk really on levels of feeling low, feeling shitty, feeling unwanted, feeling unloved, feeling threatened, feeling insecure, feeling like hopelessness, feeling there's no way out or no way in. And basically I'm feeling these sorts of things much more, and I'm feeling much more antisocial. But the great thing about this experiment, it is still an experiment, I mean it's life, isn't it? Is that I felt this way when I was a teenager, and I couldn't explain why. I thought I was mad. And now I know that I'm not mad, so I don't feel mad because I know I'm not mad. I know that I'm just hormonally imbalanced person. And we all know how it, well, we don't all know, but if we imagine women with their period, the extreme examples of women with their period having negative side effects with their period, back pain, stomach pain, narkiness, tiredness, no concentration, women, technical women, even though I'm going to say in the future that there are no women and men. And you're either going to go with me or you're going to shoot me. But I'm going to go this way anyway because I think it's nuts. I think we have to stop this bullshit of male and female. It just isn't reality. It isn't fucking reality. So... and I've learned a lot of things in my life, like, don't use bad language, talk in a certain way, use your politeness and your charm and blah 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 to get what you want and everything like that. But you see, I don't feel like putting on any charm or putting on any politeness. You're either polite or you're not. And you know where to go in a situation and how to talk, whatever. And I do know these things, but I'm not going to be acting so that to please other people. I'm going to be doing my own thing and saying my own things. And I'm probably going to die on my own. Like, you would all laugh at the next statement that I say, so go ahead and laugh. But I'm very serious. Most of the geniuses and great artists of the world have died thinking that they're fucking idiots. And then, of course, when they're dead, we start to give a shit about them. Most people, if I was to believe that I was one of those people, those geniuses, which I do actually, so there you go. If I was to be one, I am one. I am a person that knows that I am a genius in certain areas. And, but, if you state that you're a genius, then people just say, no, you're fucking up, and they want to whack you in the head. Because people, generally, human nature is that they don't like to meet people that are better than them. And that's even the point we should talk about, people that are better than them. I mean, actually, people are not better than each other. We all have our certain talents in certain areas, and we're all extremely special, and we're all extreme geniuses in certain areas. But does society allow for the development of each individual to progress into their individual selves? Does society actually allow that yet? I mean, we can say that it's better now than it's ever been, probably, because there's actually a lot of freedom out there. But it's not good enough. And on the level of people feeling shit and low and down and threatened and insecure and all that sort of thing, all these kind of, as we would call, negative traits, or negative thoughts. I mean, yes, it's hard dealing with somebody who's feeling down and is just being negative all the time. But there aren't enough people in the world that know how to deal with negative people, or negative feeling people, right? The negative feeling people and negative showers need to be encouraged to get better in their head and see the world differently. Most negative thinkers and doers are people that are convinced that this is the only way, and they're also happy, generally, to stay where they are in a negative existence because it's far harder to leave the safe spot that you're always used to and delve into an area of the unknown and become a better person. And, it was really difficult for me coming from a negative brain and forming it into a positive brain. The only reason I'm negative in my head now and feeling low and everything is actually, and I keep saying this, even people that know me are actually disagreeing with me and saying, no, Gavin, you're better off the testosterone. They couldn't be more wrong on that level, on the level of negativity. I've much more negativity without testosterone. I appreciate their opinions and I appreciate them telling me the opposite of what I think, because that gives me the chance to think about stuff that I didn't think about myself, maybe. Okay? But most of the time I do think of the left side and the right side and think of the middle side and everything like that, That's, I think, the way my brain works, probably because of my XXY chromosomes. I come back to that again. But even if I do bring up examples of XXY chromosomes or hormones and testosterone or estrogen or whatever else, right? What's my point? Yeah, there we go. Brain dead. Absolutely, there's the point gone now, and that is, I smile because it's good, it's perfect. This is why I don't edit videos, because if I edited videos, you wouldn't see where I forget what I was going to say, and I think it's very important to show life. I mean, holy shit, we watch documentaries on animals, yeah, fair enough, there are video people out there with a camera in the wild videoing the animals. They have to do millions of shots of these animals to get the right shot. Fair enough. So technically that's what I'm doing here on YouTube, but I'm just doing it live and publicly. So in maybe 5 years, I will edit my videos. In 5 years, I will edit my videos. If we fucking have 5 years, people, the way some of you people are living your lives is if the world's going to go on forever and we can take our time talking and sharing about stuff. Listen, the Animal Planet series on television, or whatever program you watched about watching documentaries on animals in the wild, okay? We do similar things on human beings. And actually, you could really look at my YouTube videos as being a documentary. A documentary of somebody. In fact, a life documentary. Because I'm somebody who speaks completely the truth. I speak straight off the top of my head. I don't really think about what I'm going to say. I just talk. Which is annoying, I know, for a lot of people. I mean, I know a lot of people in my own life that talk a lot. And they talk consistently and they talk about themselves. Or else they just talk forever about everything else. And it can be very annoying. Yes, when they don't shut up. And so, of course, I can understand if anybody out there is thinking, oh, this guy never shuts up and he talks through his ass and whatever. Totally. I do think of all those things. I shouldn't think of all those things. I shouldn't think of what other people think of me, but I do. I shouldn't be oversensitive. I should be able to live the way I am, realise that I've actually been born with good looks, but I never fucking knew it, and now I'm getting wrinkles and the good looks are going, so that's the karma of it all. But there you go. I should be happy with the freedom that I've had in my life of being able to do whatever I wanted to, work-wise, money-wise, and fun-wise, and girl-wise. I've been a lucky bastard. Or lucky bitch, whatever way you want to see it. I'm on Facebook. I'm doing a lot of writing on Facebook. If anybody is interested in reading my thoughts instead of watching my thoughts, then please feel free to come and contact me. Just make sure you leave a good message so that I know who you are. Okay. Yeah, and the Facebook kind of annoys me with the whole... They asked me a question on my account today of like, it's a bit confusing in your account. Would you like your sentences to say, Gavin, his blah, 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 blah. They wanted to know about the pronouns, his or her. They only gave me two choices, his or her. Do you want them to say his or her? And what did I say? You answer that for me. Write down in that box down there. Write down in the box down there what you think I wrote down. His or her. Be clear now. What do you think I am? A his or a her? By looking at me. Or can you tell? Can you even tell what I am by looking at me? Is it possible to know the gender or the sex of somebody by looking at them and by hearing their voice? Can you? Okay, up to you. I'll leave it to you. Yes, there's hints of anger there, but it's more frustration that hasn't brewed itself into anger yet. That's the whole thing. When you get frustrated, find the ways in yourself to be able to fine-tune yourself, to calm yourself down, or to bring you to another area, and then shut the fuck up and don't be angry. Yes, allow yourself to be frustrated, but don't necessarily lose the head. Exactly. So I'm not losing the head. I'm keeping my head, my Gavin head. Ciao.